welcome for another session of the Tech Talk Zoom. So, if you are here and you have a question for us, please put it in the chat. Start with a Q. That'll make it easier for us to see, and we will answer that for sure. Okay, so Amanda has a question about can we do a bit on the edit enhancer on WikiTree browser extension today, please? Sure. Someone can talk about that. Um, okay, so we've got one thing there. Okay, we'll make sure that we cover that, Amanda, for sure. Rob says he's got some stuff that he's working on that he can show off as well. And Kay, you've been doing just some regular maintenance, but you're welcome to update us on that. I thought that I would start off though with the answering the questions from the G2G post. So I'm going to start with that. Okay, so here we are. So we're going to start off with answering these questions. And anyways, feel free to jump in and add add thoughts to it as well as we talk. Will the session be recorded? Yes, it will. In fact, it is recording as we speak, and then Azure will put it all together. From Dale Hutchings. Was interesting. I love the On and Tree app and the Find Relationships app. So he does an interesting thing that I thought I would just share with you in case you hadn't thought of doing this before, or if this is something that appeals to you. But using the On and Tree app to in conjunction with the Find Relationships. So he uses basically the On and app to go as far back as he can. And then by capturing that oldest ID and then going into the Find Relationships, he basically gets this really long pedigree, which he can then show off to family and friends and whatnot. Um, and he does a copy and paste so that all of the hyperlinks are actually still active and stuff. So that's kind of neat. So let me just show you what he was doing in case you read that and were wondering what he was talking about. Okay, so let me just zoom up to here, the On and ancestor list. Now what's interesting, and I'm not sure why he said seven, but he goes to the seven times person and then repeats it for another seven times person. Um, I'm not sure if anyone here, any of my co-hosts have any idea of why he would choose seven and not go for the full 10 generations. But I'm just going to do this. So the neat thing about it is, of course, it's broken up by generation and very nicely formatted here. It gives the full name, which of course is a direct link to the profile. So you could just jump off quickly to the profile. And date, birth and death information, nor is it just the birth location? It is actually just the birth. No, it has both. Date and place, so that's kind of nice. And with these triangles, they're switches that turn things on and off, or collapse and reveal, basically, I guess is the better word for it. So you can quickly go through collapse one generation at a time until you get to the last one. So say I want to go to Pierre Marcoux. If I click on him, and he's got it set up, which I like, so that it opens up in a new tab so you don't lose the original one you're working on. And that opens up to Pierre's profile. I'm going to hit the Tree Apps icon here, and it will automatically use the same app that I had just recently done. So there we go. If we go to Claude Marcoux, there we go. And I could just go off from him and say, what's his relationship to me? Or I could copy his ID, go to mine, and do the same sort of thing, either way around. And so there we go. And there's the stuff that he copies and pastes and then emails it out to all his friends. Though, depending on the line you choose, you could go way, much further back. So that's
So,
what.
Greg,
Yep.
Greg, you were wondering why he said 7x, but I
Yeah.
noticed when you were doing it, is the 10th level is actually the 7x great grandparent.
So when he said 7x, it wasn't the seventh generation, it was the seven times great grandparent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense. I was thinking, why would you stop at seven? But thanks, Rob. Thanks for clarifying that. 7X person. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So he was doing it the way I would have done it. It's just I was not interpreting that correctly. Okay, very cool. Good. So, I mean, that's a neat if you really want a nice a nice deep pedigree to show off, that's probably one of the most efficient ways of doing that. And of course, you have so many possible roots, so many different great great grandparents that to choose from. You could have a bunch of them. Um, So and I wanted to show you that because I think the next question might have a bit of a tie-in. Um, so my tree app, what's this one? No, this is not. No, I'm jumping ahead to the fifth question might have a tie-in. So but let's look at this first. This one. My tree up request from this is from Dale. It would be tremendous to have a chart that would list the direct relationship found with the oldest profile at the top in the box that containing the most basic data. And in a profile box to the right, have a profile box for the spouse that is also a direct ancestor. Having this side by side would be really great. Okay, so I guess if we uh, let's see, what would be the best app that would show that? I guess if we were using this sort of format, then it would be you'd have Pierre as the son of Claude and Claude's wife, right? Which isn't so much a visual app as a more of a text one. But if we did,
Are there limits on how far things like the fan chart, how many generations they'll go?
the fan chart goes to 10. So
Yeah.
that's, could you go if I do this, do I get to Claude? Let me go back to let me go to my fan chart. 7, 8, come on. 8 loading. 9 loading. So I mean that gives you all of the ancestors,
Hmm.
right? And then there's 10. And Claude's going to be in here actually. No, Pierre is there. Claude is going to be one more step away. And I think I only stopped. Yeah, I did stop at 10. So you're not going to be able to see Claude. And if he's doing that multiple times, depending on the line, and I think I do have some lines that go further than just 10 or 11. I can get,
I mean, another way you could do it would be with the slippy tree, right? You could just keep expanding
yeah, that's right. And that way you could see
ancestors.
just one line. Because I think if I'm
Hmm.
reading the question properly, he's looking at um, oldest profile at the top in a box. Like I think he's talking about like a direct line, like a
Hmm.
pedigree, like we have from the relationship finder. Um, now the relationship finder doesn't have that alternative view, does it? But let's see if I'm thinking that maybe if we go to
Yeah,
connection
it's
finder
like a hybrid of that and the which view
there.
was it?
Like I think what he's thinking, like, well, if we flip this around
Family group.
and have at the very top of the list or bottom in this case because it's reverse genealogy, have Claude and his wife here, I think is what he's talking about, right? Because Pierre is the son of both Claude and his wife, and everyone descends directly from them. Though I guess that also begs why not have the spouses in all of would it be of interest to have a pedigree app that shows couples all the time, but still I think it's still in a straight line, not just fanning out like the fan chart. I think
You'd
that's
have to pick the right spouse. There's some people out there that have lots of.
well, if it like I think in this case, what you would do is you'd pick the spouse that's biologically connected to the person below them. So for me, it'd be Pauline and Dwight, and then Eli and Jermaine, and
Hmm.
so you'd pick the spouse that begat, to use the biblical term, the ones below or whatever. Um, and so that though they're directly connected. Um, but anyways, the answer is we don't have one right now that does exactly that. But we have all the data, so we could create something like that, or someone could create something like that. Um, Rob, did you say there was another one that you were thinking of might do family group?
I was thinking of the slippy tree, but I'm not exactly sure what Dale's asking because he may be asking for something that actually tells you straight off, like who's your furthest ancestor. Whereas, you can do it, you can explore the slippy tree and expand all your ancestors out as far as possible. But
Hmm.
that's not automatic. As if there was a diagram that should show, I don't know if when he says a chart, maybe he means a table. Like the first row of the
Hmm.
table is the oldest
Hmm.
ancestor you have, or the most number of generations back,
Right.
which would say be searching around for them.
Right. So now I have a couple apps that do something similar to that. Not exactly the same things. Um, let's see, find apps. If we go to, so there's the EKA Finder app, which will find your earliest known ancestors in your Y-DNA line and your mitochondrial DNA line. And so let me just zoom in on that. So you can see my Y-DNA stops pretty early on in Ireland. I'm kind of stymied after that point. Um, but at least I've gotten, one more step thanks to Patty. Thank you, Patty. Getting me one step closer. And the mitochondrial, I can get back to France, but that's only two of the many paths, right? Um, the other one though is let's see, the surnames. And where's the surname? Surname generated. And that one, let me log in. You choose a maximum number of generations. So if I go 11 generations, it's going to load my pedigree up to 10 generations out. And when it's all said and done, do, 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 do. Zoom in on this a bit so you can see it's fine. It's finding the data and it will organize it once it's all done. Okay. 11 generations may have been a little bit unwieldy. I should have maybe not gone that far, is what I'm thinking now. But what it'll do is for each surname, it will give you the first and the last ancestor that had that surname with direct links to their profile and the dates. So that way you could see which one is the earliest in that list, and use that one. So I don't know if that is something that is of interest to anyone, or specifically to Dale. Okay, we'll just let that work away and we'll come back to that in a sec. Dale's not here, is he by any chance? Is there a Dale in the house? Okay, let's see him. Um, okay. While we're waiting for that to finish off, the other question that was asked by C. Ricard, or Rickard, is C. Ricard here? Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay. Um, okay, right. I'm clicking on the chat, but I don't see where, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm looking in the chat. I don't see your card. Patty makes an interesting point about the generational path and the connection finder. Um, and even about that, even when you reverse the view and you see the alternative view, it's you still have yourself at the top. Yeah, that is a bit annoying because I prefer to have, the oldest at the top and the youngest at the bottom, but maybe that will get tweaked as the connection finder stuff gets updated. So good point. Okay, the last question that was asked is, could a report writing app be made available, please, to produce a journal or a narrative style reports capable of showing large numbers of either descendants or ancestors in a paginated form? And after, am I sharing this? I am, right? Okay. And after producing such a report could be imprinted and required for benefit of family members and stuff. He has a piece of software, TMG software that can do that, but WikiTree doesn't do this right now. So I guess my short answer is that there's lots of reports or lots of different things and charts that you can do with tree apps. Producing this type of verbiage is not something can be done automatically, but um, the report, the layout of the Onondaga ancestor list is one that is very similar to one that I've seen often in some of these old, genealogy books when they talk about, family histories and whatnot. Um, so that's one thing you can investigate because I think this would give you a good start on at least the rough data, the genealogical data. And there is there are a number of different ways of formatting it. You can cycle through different formats of it as well. So that may be a starting point.
I just shared a link to a page that one of my cousins produced many years ago. But
Okay.
I think it's probably output by some automatic tool. So I'm thinking this is the kind of report
Right.
he's thinking of, a more narrative thing where it
Hmm.
describes all the descendants and things.
Right. Right.
I actually find it kind of hard to understand a thing like this because because you're trying to describe a tree in a sequential form, so you have to keep
Yeah.
searching back and forth. Who does this
Hmm.
son go with? But I guess the first step on doing something like this would be to get input on what kind of report people want, because it seems
Exactly.
perfectly well.
It's
And then
doable.
it's doable
Yeah.
depending on what kind of narrative text they want.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing. Um, and I
Yeah.
can imagine an app like this would be like there'd be a lot of configurations, a lot of possible, ways of things that you might want to put in it for different formats that you might
Mm.
want to
Mm.
use, whether you want to include a fan chart or super tree or different thing components of other tree apps that are already there and build that and
Yeah.
then basically then say go do it, make it so, and then just
Yeah.
snippets from other things. But
Yeah, I guess you're basically generating a web page yeah, that's in
mhm,
a reasonably printable format.
I think so. Yeah. Um, so short answer is we don't have anything right now. We've got lots of bits and pieces that could be assembled to Booth. Nothing exactly like this. And again, your question is how useful that is. Although I suppose if it was a web page or even an ebook that had
Hmm.
hyperlinks that could jump from one place to another, then
Yeah.
it would be a little more useful or usable or navigatable, I guess, than just a
Mhm.
hard copy. So, uh, I don't know if there's any, or if there are any programmers who are interested in sort of taking up this challenge or working on this. I don't have any spare free time myself to work on anything like this right now, but um, if there are
Wasn't
others, feel free.
Jamie talking about something like that?
I
No
think
way.
Jamie, this is not like this type of app. This request has come in before, and I don't know if it's the same person who has done it or just someone else who's made the request. But this kind of request has come in before, and she was talking about doing something like this or exploring it, or she might even have thrown it out as an idea for Hacktoberfest that
Yeah.
um, we didn't follow up on this time. But maybe if it hasn't been done, if it doesn't get done over the next, you know, year or few months, that could be a potential collaboration because I can see something like this actually working with a number of the apps that are already there. And so potentially that could be a collaboration project for next Hacktoberfest, I suppose. Though we don't always have to wait till then. I'm going to refresh the page one more time to see if there's anyone else has snuck in anything. I don't see anything. So I did ask Jamie. Jamie is not able to join us tonight. She's working on, they're working on resolving issues with the connection finder and things related to the parent, the biological parent, adding the biological parent along with the adoptive parents to profiles to WikiTree. So that's exciting. The API hasn't been released yet for developers to work with, so we can't adopt our tree apps or the browser extension to deal with both sets of parents from a single profile. But when that does arrive, then I know I will be excited to try and implement that in the tree apps that I'm responsible for. So uh, I think that's all. That was most of what Jamie had to report.
So I put out a little kind of biocheck update, another one of those
Mhm.
enhanced source checking or something like that. It's the code word for found somebody else who was using something like private genealogy as their source and added it to the list. That's basically all I did.
Nice.
Looked at some things that people might have asked about that I said, that would break it. I don't want to break it.
Is anyone going to talk about WikiTree browser extension?
He said Riel added a notes option to search and watch list table options feature. So it's to do with the watch list. You can keep
Oh,
note.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can add notes to people in your watch list.
well, that's very cool. Does
Oh,
anyone have
yeah,
that
like ah,
implemented that you can show that off?
Yeah, I haven't used the watch list feature at all in WB.
Okay. Okay. Well, why don't you go show off what you're going to talk about, Rob?
This is my grandfather's profile.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, a couple of things I've been working on I haven't released yet for Saucer. One of them is some stuff to support the link builders project. So link builders is all about adding links to WikiTree on other sites. So for example, if I wanted to add a link to Arthur Eli's profile on WikiTree, what I can do is I can do save person data, and then I can go to this is his profile on Family Search. Here can go to sources, add source, and there's now a new feature when you're in the add source dialog, you can fill in the data from your saved person data. So I can click that, and this is what the link builders project recommends putting in for a link back to WikiTree. So I can add that, and we now have a source here pointing to WikiTree for the WikiTree profile that corresponds to this profile on Family Search. And I've also done that for
Very nice.
various other um, sites. Like one example is, so but go back to WikiTree. Um, say, for example, there's too many, it's a long biography, but say there's a school record here on Ancestry. I could go to Ancestry here and I could say create a link builder comment on this Ancestry record. And you can see it's created this down here. It's created a comment saying, oh, this person in this Ancestry record is on WikiTree here. So I've done that for Ancestry records, Ancestry profiles, Find a Grave memorials, and Arrelson archives, as well as family search. So that will be in the next release. It just automates a few steps for people doing the link builders project. And another thing I've been working on is gender prediction. So at the moment, say you're on Ancestry here, and you create a citation for, say, a birth index. I may have, no, it worked. So if I edit that citation, maybe that wasn't a good example. Better example would be the probate. It affects quite a few different narratives, but I believe there's a probate. We go back to the sources here on WikiTree. I noticed there was a probate one on Ancestry. And the Ancestry probates don't have any gender. So if you create a citation with a narrative, you can see it says here, because it doesn't know any gender, it says he died on this date and their estate passed probate because I don't know what his gender is. There's lots of little examples like that with narratives that say he was the son of or the child of, depending on whether the narrative's known. So now there's a new option in Saucer, or when in the next release, this one here, where it's saying if the gender isn't known, try and predict the gender, and it has a couple of different ways it does it. So if I turn that on, go back to this probate, no, wrong one. Here we are, probate calendar thing, build the citation again, the narrative. Look, even now it says his, and it worked that out. It could work it out from his first name, Arthur, or Arthur Eli, and it knows those are male names. It also keeps track of the fact that I did a search from this profile recently. So it kind of keeps a cache of the different profiles you search from, and it knows from this profile that Arthur Eli is male. So it uses that in addition. And there's a couple of other things it's doing with gender prediction for the next release. I've defaulted that to be off because I don't want to upset people if it gets the gender prediction wrong. So it's you buyer beware. You have to explicitly turn it on, and then you can't complain about it.
Right.
That's the couple of features I wanted to show.
Okay, so I did. In the meantime, thank you, Rob, for stretching that long enough for me to find the WikiTree browser extension preview version from the Chrome store and install it. And so here I am. I went to my menu. No, I went to my WikiTree over here, and that's totally. My WikiTree opened up Watchlist, which gives me this. And now that I have the WikiTree browser extension installed, when I go to the watch list, it has this nice table at the top so that I can do a filter. So I'm going to filter. I just care about the Douglases in my watch list. And I was successful. There's this new column here now for notes. And I've added a note to Richard. If I click on that, you'll see the note that I added, that he's a great uncle and grandparent of one of my DNA matches. I could delete the note, or I could cancel any changes, or I could add to it automatically. Gives me what his WikiTree ID is and what the WikiTree number, which is sometimes used. We use it in programming and stuff, and it shows up in a few different places as well. But if you want to add a new note, you just have to click on the little box here. Uh, and Russell, another Douglas, don't know his connection offhand. We'll have to look. Whatever. And changes are saved automatically. So there's no save button. I don't need to, I can just hit X and it'll be there. And it's got a nice
Oh,
visual
wow.
so you can see. So that's kind of cool that you can use that to, to search. And so what we can,
Yeah,
oh,
what's the status? Pull down. Let's
status.
check. Yeah. On the box, there was a in the notes box. See the
Oh,
status?
oh, look at that. To do, oh, we can oh, look at that.
Oh, so we find ones.
Wow.
Oh, I want to orphan this one after the next suggestion.
Oh, oh, I like that one.
Okay, parked.
Oh, parked.
I don't know. Let's park this one. Okay, and let's change this status to in progress. Oh, different colors. So we can color code them. And so that's why
Oh,
we can choose the ones. So if I only want to see the yellow ones, which is the what in progress. Yeah,
oh, wow.
that's kind of neat.
Okay, Greg, what about on top? It says content rank 0, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Is that brand new also? I never saw that before
Uh, it
in your
in
watch
the watch
list.
lix. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
I
a
think
new
it's a
the
filtering
content
thing.
ranking has been has been
I
a
know that.
feature.
But I never saw those boxes up there before.
Okay, so that might be new, yeah. Um, yeah, so can we
No,
sort
the
by?
one on no the on
Yeah, I
maximum.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can sort by them. Or you're right. So if we only want to look at, let's say we only want to look at the 6 to 7. Oh, I have none? Really? That's interesting. That seems hard to believe.
Maybe not. Oh. Hmm.
Uh, wait a second. Okay, there's a lot of blanks there.
Amanda said it's been there for a week or two.
A week or two. Okay, there's CR1. So I should be able, if I sort by CR1, I should by one, I should get that, right?
I think it's only looking at 500 at a time. So if you've sorted and you have 500 contact or content rank 10, you won't
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. There we go.
sort the
Yeah,
other
this
direction and they'll all go away, I suppose.
right. Yeah, so if I did this now, because of the sorting order that I've done, you're right. It's only showing the first 500, and if I'm going from smallest to large, okay. So that would explain it, yeah. So if I want the middle ones,
Yeah.
then I have to go show all maybe. No. And then choose the content rank. Let's give me this
I
6.
think showing degree and relation is an option, perhaps in WBE,
Mm-hmm.
that you have to turn on to see it in the watch list. Maybe, I don't remember.
Let me type in watch list and go to watch list options. So there's watch list filter, ads filtering. Where to go? I just had it here. Watch list filter. Enable the filter.
Yeah, it would be the different option. It would be the
Search and
watch list
list
and table options.
There
That
we
one.
go. There we go.
It's that one. It's
Yeah.
add distance and relationship. on columns, and you can add your suggestions there as well.
Okay. Wow. This is going to be a pretty wide watch list in the end. Let's do this again. Let's refresh, see what we get.
Now there's a trick with a relation,
Oh, yeah.
the degrees.
That's interesting.
I think you actually have to go look at the profile to get that updated, and then it will hang around in your stored data.
There we go. Cousin twice removed.
It's pretty handy if you take that and combine it
Mm.
with the status. Now you're going through your watch list and trying to see who you want to orphan and who you want
Mm-hmm.
to keep
Yeah.
or who you want to fix before you orphan them.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So this one here, there's great granduncle, which jives with what I said more or less. Well, not quite. Okay, let me say 2 times. I'll add another great there. Uh, but the other guy who I said I don't remember who he is, he's there we go. He's a cousin 3 times removed. Hmm. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. Okay. Well, so those are all neat things that we have to look forward to for then when the next release of WB Key comes out, which should be December 1st-ish. That's that's when we normally expect it, right? It's monthly that Ian Beagle updates things.
That's how it's been working.
And it's been working, yeah. He's been working great.
It's been working.
Yes,
Okay,
that's right.
that's right. Thank you, Murray.
Yeah.
Okay, Amanda, we haven't forgotten about you. So Amanda's question, can we do a bit on the edit enhancer on WikiTree browser extension today, if there's time? So I'm happy to demo that unless someone else has used it more than me, which is almost anyone probably. So I'm happy to I'm happy to demo it and actually be a dumb demo, so you can just tell me what to do. Um,
Which feature is it you're
So
talking?
it's the edit enhancer on WikiTree browser extension. So I'm not exactly sure what edit enhancer what enhancement you're talking about, Amanda. So can you give us a little bit more detail? She asked a question about the watch list. Is there a way to change the info that I see? Well, there's those filters. So you could use those filters to zero in on certain profiles.
I'm wondering if what Amanda's talking about is the text expander.
Oh,
Have you used that? I could show that.
I have not used it in
Oh,
the
you
WikiTree
haven't
browser.
used it? Oh,
Okay.
it's almost as good as Rob sliced bread.
Well, I know. I want to use it. I just haven't had a chance to. I haven't planned out. What are the phrases that I want to use and what do I want to set up. I mean, maybe I'm delaying it because I want to have the perfect set of stuff and I should just dive right in, right? And then just add to it as I come across. So why don't you share if you've done it then?
So it's actually, I think Amanda says it's the option below that. There's
Oh,
editor expander, but there's another one called enhanced editor style. If you
okay.
look in the options,
Oh, the options. Okay.
you
Open
click
up
on
the
the,
options.
yeah, and then click on editing. It's at the
Editing.
top. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And then scroll down. Keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. Stop. So there's the editor expander there, and then there's enhanced editor style with a bunch of
Ooh.
options. So you can, I guess it's if you're using the existing enhanced editor,
Mm-hmm.
this gives you options to change the colors it uses, I think.
Okay. So if I were to, so here I'm on my own profile here, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of categories at the top.
Yeah.
Am I in the editor?
No, you
Enhanced,
have to go to the bottom of that box, and there's a,
turn
yeah,
on
turn on
enhanced
enhanced
editor.
editor.
Okay.
And then it puts lots of things in gray, right?
Oh,
So that's
okay.
the default, but you could change things to be a different color. I guess you can also type into the search box.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
I
we
think
go.
I'm talking about the text expander.
Okay.
I think
Oh, yeah, I guess it
that
was Murray
might be.
who linked that.
Okay, so right now it's sort of the categories are color coded with the light green. If I want to
Right.
make it like a really dark green, then I could do that. No,
Yeah.
let's
Make it red just so we can tell the
make
difference.
it red. Nope,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
nope. I hit the wrong button again. Okay, let's and does it not remember that you were in enhanced? Oh, that was a bad choice, wasn't it?
Okay.
I think Amanda's asking about something else. So when you're done making your screen green, I'll show it. I'll share mine.
Okay, you go ahead and share yours because obviously I am. Yeah, it looks like my profile's been redacted.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
now I'm on my father's profile,
okay.
and I have, if I go into edit mode,
Hmm.
let's say I want to put in,
So it remembered that you were in and used the enhanced editor.
that's a setting under your settings and tools, like you
Ah,
don't want to, you want to start with just a bit. Let's say I don't
okay.
have research notes, but I want to add them. Whoops. Ah,
Hmm.
I can't type today. There we go. Let's say I don't have research notes, but I want to
Okay.
add them.
Yeah, you typed RN and then something else.
RNH, which is what I use for that. I've
Okay.
got several.
Ah, was a farmer.
Well, yeah,
Good.
I write these biographies about my family, and
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
most of them. I don't think I don't have that one anymore. Uh, I have
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgments because I
Right.
can't spell it.
Oh,
I have
yes.
research notes because I put release notes in my profiles.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and this is the text expander here. So
Okay.
you enable that feature
Oh, I
from,
see it there. Yeah. Yeah.
and then you can put in whatever shortcut you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got DY8. So if
Mm.
I put DY8, I get the died young template.
Died young. Yeah.
Uh, Before Sorcerer was using the phrase the household included, I was
Ah,
for sense
yes.
stuff and IBI.
Hmm.
Started researching before the United States, so I had to put the pound symbol in it because I could never remember what it was.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So now some people were put together, so you can define whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I was working in Amherst County and doing a lot of things where I wanted to put in Amherst County, comma, page, period. So I
Ah, okay.
put that in there.
Hmm.
It takes a space afterwards. One of the
Oh,
ones
okay.
I use a lot, I use this one a lot, is county.
Ah, yeah.
And you've got to type the space after your abbreviation.
For,
But
for
if
it
you're
to,
up
yeah.
here,
Mm-hmm.
if you're up here,
Mm-hmm.
so I've got them in Camillus and Dogga,
Mm-hmm.
but WBE is smart enough to know you don't want the space there.
Ah, that's clever.
So Um, I I wasn't able to join in Friday date night.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think people were talking about, going in. Do I have UT8? I use UT8 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I put the 8 on the end. I started with a third party text expander, and I
Okay.
mentioned it to Ian, and that's how I got into WBE.
Mm-hmm.
So I use the one in WBE now.
Nice.
Um, that's how I ended up with the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was talking about they were doing a lot of stuff, and so they put in biography, research notes, sources, references, acknowledgments. They put the whole thing in one shortcut. So you could
Oh,
go into basically an empty
perfect.
biography and do all of
And you'd have
that.
the whole shell there.
Yeah, I think I'm
Hmm.
done with that.
It's obviously it's a text box or it's like a text area, like so you can put multiple line stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe you can.
Mm-hmm. So do you do a hard return?
I just did shift enter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's try it. So we should have demo. Oh no. Hmm. I would have to go back and ask somebody how they did that. I
Yeah.
don't mind, I can do it on here.
Maybe you need two of them.
Yeah, I don't know. If somebody was doing stuff with
Hmm.
it's like not picking it up for some reason.
Hmm. Do you have to reload it? Maybe.
Maybe I didn't save it. Maybe I didn't save it. Usually it does it right away.
Hmm.
Hmm. So anyway, those old wills where they deeds where they pay in pounds,
Oh yeah.
you got your pounds there.
Right. That's very neat.
So that is really, really, really handy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Um, text expander. Oh, I didn't have it turned on. That's why it wasn't showing up.
oh, yeah, you got to have the feature turned on.
Yeah, it works better that way, I suspect.
Go to biocheck, look for a rabbit hole that we want to work on.
Mhm.
We'll just do 100 of them. So I can go, oh, I didn't want to do random. Let me do here. Let me go here. Let me take somebody born in 1875.
Yeah.
We take 100 people born in 1875, check them all out. Uh, and they're orphans, so I'm not picking on anybody. Here we go. We got this
Not for
guy.
thinking.
Okay, there's probably a book out there named that. Anyway, what you can do here, I've done this search for the born in 1875 people.
Hmm.
I can click over here on WikiTree Plus,
Right.
and that will fill those values in
Nice.
for whatever I was doing and do that same search for those profiles. Now, if I start from WikiTree Plus,
Hmm.
I can click on Analyze Results in Biocheck,
Hmm.
and it's going to take the default of 1,000,
Mm.
but do the same thing. Now I've lost my settings that I had, but
Right. But then you could always check the profiles again, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
love how you can go back from one to the other or back. So no matter
yes,
where you are, you can get to the other app. That is nice.
yeah. We what we can't do is we just can't get to the suggestions and the watch list. Take the because you can go here
Yeah.
and you can check your watch list,
Right.
right? But that just gives you your biocheck on your watch list,
Hmm.
which isn't very interesting on mine. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because you're too good.
I usually move my mouse over save draft before I save a profile
Hmm.
to biocheck it before I save it. Um,
Hmm.
so,
I can give you a report on what you were trying to do with the line break. When you first do it, it looks like there isn't a line break, but it actually, when you type in the text to hit the space, it does expand it with the line break. And then if you reload, if you close the text expander window down and open it up again, it does display it with the line break. So it's just the initial update on the field. It seems to doesn't recognize that forced enter, but it does actually record it. And after that, if you close the text expander and open it up again, you'd see it was there. There's a WikiTree ID in the chat there, Vanderbrook 106. Kay, can you look at some? Yoke is asking if you can look at that and see why it's giving a DNA error.
Helps if I unmute.
Yeah,
Let me get the.
in the chat.
Yeah, I see it. I
You
want
see
to
it?
get the.
So Rick, you don't have to put a BR in. The Shift Enter seemed to save it, but it didn't look like it saved it initially. But if you close and open up the expander window, it does in fact save it.
Why am I not seeing this profile? I'm going to have to open the profile and look at it. Okay, I got it. I couldn't get it to run in the app.
Oh,
I couldn't get it to find in the app. So let me see what it says. Missing confirmation paternal biocheck.
in biocheck. Yeah, right here.
Huh. Okay.
Let me just,
Um.
okay, so there's Vanderbrook 106, Jarrett
Okay.
Hendrick, or
Go up
Garrett.
to
I
the
don't know.
report type. Go up to report type on the upper right where it says detailed report.
Yeah.
Do a DNA sources report. Thank you. Oh, where'd it go? There.
Okay.
And
So it's
it says it's confident. It's not confirmed.
oh.
There it says missing confirmation.
Yeah, I'm looking for the word confirmed.
Oh, I see.
Ah. Okay, yeah, let's see. Now let me just read this closely because depending on what you're doing.
Greg, what did your app say?
Yeah. Okay,
What did
so
your app say?
if it is, yeah, if you're doing a triangulated group, yeah. Oh, this is a good one, Amanda.
Oh, triangulation. That's hard.
It's triangulation. Yeah. If you're doing a triangulated group and the group they all converge on an ancestral couple, then you can say that you can, and the proof is there in the pudding. Then you can say that you're confident that they descend from that couple, but you can't say you're confirmed from any one of the individuals, because that if it's far enough back that you need triangulation, then the DNA could have come solely from the great great grandmother, or it could have come solely from the great great grandfather. Now you can be confident that you're related to both of them genealogically, anyways, and that the DNA path is true, but you can't say for sure that it's both of them. Like you can't confirm. That's not you can't confirm that. So that's why if it's going up to a couple, then you have to say confident. Now, if you have a triangulated group and they go back to a single individual, so say there was a great 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 grandfather who had maybe had two different wives, and you have a number of different cousins who come from a combination of them. So it's that the great grand grandfather is the only one who's in common with them all. Then you can say confident at that point because it could only be that one individual person.
Do you
Hi,
mean confirmed?
this is
So,
Murray jumping in.
oh, hi, Murray.
If you look at the bottom of the profile,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that there is paternal and maternal relationships are both confident. That's
Mm-hmm.
one paragraph.
Right.
And that's followed by a second paragraph, which says maternal relationship is confirmed.
Oh.
And if you look at the profile, you'll see that the only DNA confirmation there is on is to one of the parents, which is the mother.
Ah.
So it seems as though the software that's checking came across the confident one
Right.
and said, okay, well, I give up. Whereas it could have continued to look to see whether there was a maternal relationship as confirmed.
Right.
which there is.
Yeah, well, it saw the one that was confirmed.
If you go back,
So that was enough, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't complain about anything else.
I noticed there's an extra space there. If you scroll down a little bit, Greg, to
On
the
the
next
where
line.
am I looking? In the
Go
biocheck
back.
or the profile?
Biocheck.
Okay.
If you
That
look
second one,
for
it says confirmed by double space, a triangulated group. I don't know if that would throw it off. The second row, you have to scroll
No.
down.
it,
Maternal relationship.
Oh, here. Oh, sorry.
it found no issues with that. It found that as a
Okay.
DNA
Oh,
source,
okay.
and it found no issues with that.
Oh, okay.
It
So
did have issues with the ones that were both. So now let's go see what she complained about. Scroll back up, Greg, and go back to the detailed report.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't have to rerun it. The data is cached. You're just
Oh,
changing.
really? Oh. Luckily,
You're
back
in the
fast.
view. The data is there for the model.
Okay.
So it's got a report that there is a DNA confirmation that's missing the word confirmation, which is true. One of the ones that was on there was missing the word that was down there in the DNA sources that was
Right.
saying, I'm confident, I'm not confirmed.
Right.
So remember, it's a really stupid program.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It found the one that said, okay, it's missing.
Uh-huh.
It found the one that said, okay, it's good.
Yeah. So
You
this
can
is right.
complain
Like
about
this.
the one that was good. There was nothing to say about that. It was good.
Yeah. So
But it
that's
found
right.
the one
This
that was
one's
bad.
done.
It said,
This is.
oh, yeah. So you
Well,
move the confident up into research notes in a DNA subsection, and that gets rid of the complaint. You keep the confirmed one down in the sources and move the confident into research notes because
Oh,
research
okay.
aren't
So you're
sources.
suggesting we move this one up
Move that one up.
into research notes. Do we have research notes?
No, that's where that shortcut is really
That's
handy.
right. Okay, RN8. It didn't do it for me, Kay.
Space. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. It did do it for me. Okay. Amanda, I hope you don't mind. We're tweaking your profile here.
I
was this
think
a new rule?
another.
Murray, I think it's not a new rule. It's just that the research notes biocheck ignores. So the fact that it's not gonna generate the error message or the
Well, I know, but we shouldn't have to change our profiles
no.
to accommodate a piece of software.
But so it's not a source, and it's in the sources.
Well,
It is
it
a
is a
source.
source. It is a
It's
source.
saying
And
that the relationships are confident.
yeah. So in fact, they're confident and half of them is confirmed. So what I would have suggested, I mean, this is one way to get rid of the error message that's bugging us,
Yeah,
okay?
but the error message isn't the actual problem.
No, you're right. You're right, Worry. No, so this is a way to get rid of the error. This is a way to trick the system. I don't think that's
Yes.
the best solution. I think the thing is now it's already convoluted enough, and
Yeah.
I'm not
Let me
gonna
let me contrast this with another problem that's been happening.
right.
Some people are putting in, for example, Cherokee Nation.
Okay.
Okay, as you know, this is where somebody was born, Cherokee Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's not in Alesha's list
Mm-hmm.
of nations, then it comes up as an error.
Oh, it's for yoke, right?
And so now people are adding the words North America after Cherokee Nation.
No.
But people weren't born in Cherokee Nation, North America, because to the Cherokee Nation there was no North America, right? They were born in Cherokee Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but now they're trying to get rid of the errors.
Yeah.
Right? The error becomes the problem as opposed to the problem being the problem.
Right.
People are trying to get around the errors that are being generated that aren't actually errors.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
At least with suggestions, you can mark them as false.
That I think is the actual proper way to do this. So I'm going to get rid of this because I do actually I agree with Murray. This is a proper source. It's done properly because it goes to it's the grandparents, it's a couple. So you can have, for triangulation, you have to say it's confident. But because of the maternal, the mitochondrial, that is confirmed because you can do that. And the markers are correctly set. So this, in fact, doesn't have a DNA error in it. Um, it's just that this is just one of those many combinations that it's just hard to program. Now, it's not impossible. If Kay really, really wanted to, she could maybe, but it's
Well,
tricky.
yeah, is there a valid one, or is if it's marked and there is a valid one? Don't
Yes.
complain about the ones that aren't valid. But what I need to go back and look at then
Yeah.
is what does the help say?
Yeah.
What are the rules that are specified in DNA
Right.
confirmation
Yeah.
and
So
So
if you mark
help
something as DNA
sources and help
confirmed,
DNA confirmation? What are the rules that are specified there? Because that's what's got to drive it.
right. I th- I don't know if we actually have a line that covers this specific scenario. We have, I
I
mean,
don't know either. I'd have to go look,
right? We've
and I'd have to
described
do it in the morning when that.
triangulation definitely talks about if it's a triangulated group that comes from a couple, then you mark it as confident. If you have a if you have a triangulation or a mitochondrial or a Y-DNA match that goes to a single individual, you can mark that as confirmed. So those individual scenarios are definitely included in the DNA help. Um, but I don't know if there's anything that says specifically about how they about the overlap, the
And
Venn
where do you
diagram.
put it? Where do you put it in the profile? Where do you put that information in the
Oh, it
profile?
should the sources should always go in the sources section. So
Uh,
they're placed there properly. It's just a matter of I don't know offhand, off the top of my head, whether the DNA help covers this scenario where it could be interpreted reading it that the mother is confident and confirmed, which, you know, um,
so here's the thing: the help
confidently
actually said
confirmed.
the help actually does say that if you mark someone as DNA confirmed,
Hmm.
you must have a corresponding DNA confirmation. So, in this case, there's
Hmm.
only one parent who is marked as DNA confirmed, and
Right.
there is, in fact, a DNA confirmation for maternal,
Hmm.
and so it passes. Simple.
Yeah.
Anything extra in there is just extra in there.
Yeah. Now, the other thing you could say, I mean, this one here that's for the paternal and maternal relationships, you could just say that the paternal relationship is confident, right? And because the paternal relationship is confident based on the triangulated group, um, and then the maternal relationship is confirmed. So that may be the most specific way because then we aren't sending double signals about the maternal relationship being confirmed and confident because it's actually more than confidence. It's so that might be the best solution. What do you think of that? The paternal relationship is confident
I'm looking at the help to try and see what it tells me.
because then you have one statement about the paternal relationship, you have one statement about the maternal relationship, and those statements are both accurate and true, and they also reflect the settings that we've done. So that should, if I hover over, now why does it say missing confirmation? I don't understand that. Paternal relationship is confident.
Because
It says father is confident.
it found the one it didn't like and it gave up. It's like, okay, it set the Boolean when it found that. And so and didn't unset it when it found the other one. Read through it in order or random order, depending on what order you put the array in.
Okay, I'm going to. So this is yoke. Actually, thanks, Amanda. Correct me. It was yoke
Yeah.
changed temporarily, at least. Mm, The triangulated information refer only to paternal relationship. Okay, let's say that.
It doesn't explicitly say if you have a confident relationship, not to put it under sources.
No,
I
you
think
would.
it says
Why wouldn't you put?
somewhere that just DNA by itself without traditional genealogy would make it unsourced. So basically, it shouldn't count the confirmation statement or confidence statement as a source at all. It's not a source.
It's a DNA source, isn't it?
Make sense?
No.
No, it's a DNA source. The
Yeah, well, there's a DNA source, but the help says you have to have traditional genealogy to back up your DNA sources.
right.
Right.
Yeah. So there
So,
are other sources here besides that.
right, right. If you took out, if you only thing you had was the relationship is confident as a source, that would not be a source at all. Does that make
Right,
sense?
right. No, no, but she does have other sources, so
Yes, right,
it's not
right.
in isolation, so that's not the issue. Um, and I don't know why that didn't fix the
Let me see it.
okay, so
You got two of them.
yeah, I've got the paternal relationship is confident based on the triangulated group, and the
Okay.
maternal relationship is actually confirmed um based
Okay.
on,
Uh,
but I'm not
and
sure.
what's it reporting?
It's reporting the confident one is still missing. Okay, I have to go back into edit mode, right, to see it. Back down to save. Has sources, found DNA sources that may not be complete. Missing confirmation.
Okay, so what it's saying here is I found what looks like a DNA source,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. Oh, wait, may not be complete. Uh, it could be, let's see, is it that source got everything in it you need for triangulation? This is so hard to parse.
Okay. A trans group on my heritage who share the group shares 10.6 they say two different segments on chromosome 4. The group of testers include, and then yoke a bunch of people, and there's the relationship. The match has been independently verified.
Okay.
Browser, the common ancestors are. That looks complete to me. I can't see what's
You
missing.
saved it, and I figured out my biocheck problem. So let me try and, oops, I lost the URL.
I think we're getting a bit into the
Yeah,
uh
we're getting into the noise here.
yeah, that's right.
Look
So
at it
how about
offline.
we investigate this a little further and see what the issue is. To me, it looks like it's a complete um a complete confirmation statement there.
Yeah,
Now I changed it to thinking that you've got a paternal relationship that is confident, a maternal one that is confirmed. So we should be, you could do one separate one. But the one you had before was not wrong. It's just that the maternal relationship is even more confident than just confident. But that's as Murray has pointed out correctly. That's the software, the biocheck not being smart enough to figure out that one supersedes the other and not to cause that an issue. But that may not be what biocheck's doing. So we have to investigate this a little further, Yoke.
So
But
it's the confidence.
you've done it. You've done it right. As far as I can tell, Yoke, you have done this right, and we have to fix. We have to figure out.
It's
why.
complaining about confident and looking like a DNA source.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we'll investigate that further. Have there been any other questions that have come up?
Greg, if you go back to that profile out of edit mode,
Out of
look
edit mode,
at the
okay, yeah.
list of siblings. Go to the pedigree view, ancestors view.
Ancestors view, okay. Yeah.
And in the list of children, one of the children has a DNA symbol beside it. Is that new?
Oh. That might be new. Yeah, you know what? That might be new because when they added the ability to have two sets of parents, they've included the marker for DNA or not DNA for the non-biological parents. So that might be something they've added.
I think it's new. I haven't noticed it before the last few days.
Okay. But yeah, you can see there, and then his connection to his parents are,
Both children are DNA confirmed from the parents.
yeah.
They're DNA confirmed as siblings to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice.
That's neat. Cool. Okay. Very neat. Okay. I don't have anything more. Anyone else? Going once, going twice? Okay. Well, thank you for joining us this month. I wasn't sure if we had anything to talk about, and look, we've already gone over an hour again. Always happens. Thank you very much. And yeah, we will do one, as far as I know, we will do one at the end of December. Luckily, the end of December, it's not New Year's Eve, right? Please tell me it doesn't work out to New Year's Eve. Because I'm pretty sure the special days are on Thursday this December this year.
It's on the
So
28th of December.
perfect. 28th should be fine.
Monday
Sorry,
is the
29th.
29th.
29th. Sorry.
29th. Okay. New Year's Eve. Yeah, go ahead, Yoke. You can reverse the change. That's no problem. I'm not offended at all. I was just trying to see if that would fix the problem.
Here's my question. My father, Fenton 1496, used his middle name Donald, as do many people. I looked through the different ways his name can be displayed, but when I went to one of his categories, which is the category U.S. Steel Corporation, it lists his name as George Fenton, which isn't any of the displayed variations. Is that a bug?
Oh,
I
okay.
pasted it into the chat here.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, Rob.
I had not
I
seen that
joined,
from the tech chat.
I joined on my phone, so
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay. One last question before we sign off. Quick. George Donald Fenton. Okay. So looking at that, I wouldn't know which one is his preferred name, but you saying if we go into, oh, I can't go into edit mode. Can I? Where's the edit button?
No, because of the privacy.
You do not have permission. Okay.
if he doesn't have it as open, we can't look at it. We can't go into edit mode. So
Right, because he died just in 2000, and that's not reason enough to make it public. Oh, but look it up here. It says Don Fenton, right? So that must be the common name is Don. I'm guessing, right?
yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. And if we go into the tree apps, The Slippy Tree calls him Private Fenton. Fan chart calls him George Fenton using his first name field. Now let's see if I go into settings. First name at birth or usual name. If I change to usual name, then it goes to Don Fenton.
Yeah, my sourcer thinks his first name's George, middle name Donald, pref name's Don.
Yeah. So in the tree in the fan chart specifically, I have those as two different options. The first name at birth, which is always the first name field, whether that's the one that he goes by, or the usual name field. So that's one app that can distinguish between the two. But a lot of apps just use the first name because the majority of people, their first name is their first name. But there is certainly a significant portion of people who go by their middle name as their usual name. So I'm not sure if I would say it's a bug, but it's certainly an option that's in, where is it that you said? In the categories. So looking in the categories.
Yeah, he's specifically asking about that category.
Well, if we open that category up, there he is. It says George Fenton. So my guess is that all of these people, these will be their first names at birth, whether or not that was the one they went by colloquially or not. So that's actually something you could pass that on or ask Jamie about. If the I think because
Yeah, I'm
that's
just
a
looking
general
at
WikiTree
I'm
setting.
just looking at the help page for name displays, and it does have a lot of different displays, but there doesn't seem to be one that's quite that form. But then at the end it says other displays.
Right.
There are other combinations that may appear in other views.
In other views, there we go. Yeah.
And I should point out here that in this profile,
Mm-hmm.
neither of the parents are marked as DNA confirmed, and yet the suggestion says that they're missing a DNA confirmation.
To George's profile? Or Donald's
George's profile, yes.
George Donald's profile.
George Donald, yeah.
George Donald. That's the confident mark, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a confident mark. So there's no
No,
requirement for
you can
DNA
be
confirmation.
confident without being DNA confident.
Right, but there's a suggestion.
Oh, there's a suggestion. How do you see the
suggestion? Says missing father's DNA confirmation. Now that's coming from WikiTree Plus,
which is looking for a couple of key phrases, or perhaps the status was changed after the suggestion report went out.
Oh, this is from the suggestion report, not from BioCheck. Is that correct?
It's not BioCheck, that's suggestions. Yeah, that's suggestions. So that's just searching for a couple of keywords. It's not looking at the whole confirmation source. So the only thing I could suggest is that perhaps the status of the parents was changed after the suggestion report was created.
Now, in question to that, it shows he's the father of, and if you click on his son Jim Fenton's profile, it gives the suggestions for missing father's DNA confirmation and missing mother's DNA confirmation.
Yeah. But it doesn't see, I just ran George Donald or Don.
Right.
Through BioCheck, and his profile doesn't come up as an issue, but there's the one that you were talking about, the sons. Because it says DNA confirmed here, like he's pressed the radio button for both the parents, but there is no DNA confirmation in the sources. So that is definitely an error. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he may very well have, yeah, the evidence to prove that, but he hasn't added it to WikiTree. So that's just
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So hopefully that answered the question. We don't have a fix for it. It's not our fix to make, but um, in terms of the George Donaldness of it all.
The,
Um,
the apps say usual name where the edit screen says preferred name. Is that going to
yeah,
cause even more confusion?
yeah. Well, and in the
Yeah.
behind, the API calls it real name. So there's a little bit of name
Fabulous.
confusion all over the place. What do we call this name?
Just call it Fred. We'll
Just
call
call it
it
Fred. The Fred variable. There we go. For those who are in the States, we do wish you a happy Thanksgiving this coming Thursday and hope you have a nice holiday. And uh, have a great week, everyone, no matter where you are and where you're living. And we will see you in a month. So I'm going to sign off now. So see you later, folks.
one.
I
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.